In our day-to-day life, we are somehow always engaged with something. We're engaged with energy, and energies are very tiring and very energy consuming. It pulls your attention to this constant engagement, and it doesn't allow you to truly rest, to come to that true full stop, like a total full stop. It's where we reset. It's where we allow all energies to unwind from the holding within our consciousness. Because when we are in it, there's only so much we can do. We have to step out of the energy to be able to truly rest, unwind, and then to surrender in the void. To surrender your personal and impersonal, to surrender your stories, your narratives, the attachments, the identities that you see yourself, that you are right now, and where you are in your life and how you relate to the life that you're experiencing. There is a certain sense of I, certain sense of myself. You relate to life according to you. That is the attachment we're discussing, the engagement, the holding. So you see, one part of us wants to be free and liberated, but at the same time, we're the ones holding all of what we think we are within ourselves. So in the void, we learn to surrender all the personal and impersonal. You see the duality of it all. And who's the one keeping the perception of duality? Well, something in your consciousness is keeping it. And what is that? Identity, attachment. So in the void, we learn to stop everything. We stop the search, we stop the want, we stop all desires, we stop everything. We stop processes. We come to an absolute full stop. And then through that humbleness, through that surrender and devotion to a greater light, to a greater higher consciousness, yes, to that which is eternal love, eternal light, then we are uplifted, so to speak, by the grace of the masters, the teachers on your path, on the higher planes, that they are there simply waiting for you to truly give up yourself, to give up your struggles, to give up your conflicts, to give up this and that. And then this question arises, like, who would you be in this moment without my personal life or worldview? Who would you be in this moment if your history was erased? All of it. Like, who would you be now? If you had no name, if you had no history, if you had no particular identity or preference of this or that. And that's an inquiry to bring you to a place of the great void, to a place of nothingness. Nothingness. And it is from that pure nothingness when we are then uplifted into the divine eternity, into the divine light, love, truth of God, the planes of divine. So what is in our way is ourself, the self that thinks, that knows. So that too can be surrendered. The one that knows. The one that knows has a certain reference, isn't it? There's a reference because of a certain memory, a certain past life experience that becomes the knower. The knower is also can be in the way of divinity. Because to open to divine, you have to surrender all of yourself, the personal and impersonal. Which means that all meaning disappear. There's no meaning. No meaning remains. Up to here we give meaning to everything. There is a meaning to this and a meaning to that. But have you ever inquired what meaning is? There is an idea placed upon something, a flavor, a color, a texture. And we give something a meaning. But through this great surrender in the void, all meaning disappear. There's no meaning. Because meaning is an additional ingredient. So this is why it is said that to open into divinity, which is, by the way, in the core of your being, to return to that essence, the eternal essence in you, well, we must at first give up or give away all that is kept, all that it's kept and binded, attached within. This is that when the I dissolves, then there is nothing in the way. There is no distance, there is no separation, there's nothing in the way. But that doesn't mean that life stops. Life doesn't stop. Life continues, experience continues. But when there is no I, then life happens and moves through you. Like you become life itself. You become open as life itself, and life moves through you. And whatever is, is. However it happens, it happens. There's no resistance. Some days can be like this, and some days can be like that. But it's okay. There's a deeper okayness. There's no struggle. There's no conflict. There's no inner fight or escapism. Life happens as it happens. You're aware, open. Of course, there can be qualities. You may have more compassion to whatever is happening, or more clarity in seeing through anything that is happening. There is openness. There is acceptance of all, no matter how it is happening. And that is the difference. That is the liberation. That is the freedom. Having this true, deep okayness with all life happening as it happens. But then, whatever touches you, whatever pulls your attention or spirals you down into something, well, that's a very clear indication, isn't it? That that particular thing is what you need to work with next. Resolve it, unwind it, heal it, liberate it. And gone. That's it. It disappears. You can live without a narrative or my story and my pain or my suffering. When you come to full consciousness, you realize that. There is unnecessary suffering and it's not needed. Just take care of the present now, whatever it is, and that's it. But if you get stuck with something, if it's absorbing you, pulling you back into a certain particular thing, well, that is an indication you need to work on it, that energy. Just to work with that energy. And it's through your presence, it's through your higher capacity, it's through the clear light of seeing, and then with the support of the transmissions, these energies unwind and resolve.